Hey guys, Dr. Tobisch here again with Whitefish Chiropractic. This is our second video looking at the at-home strength and conditioning exercises for the non-surgical knee replacement. In this video, we're going to be looking at some squat variations. So we'll have a couple different movements from a split stance or a staggered stance position. Then we'll have a couple other ones from more traditional squatting position. I'll show you some regressions and progressions so you have the right reference material for where you should start and then what you can work up to. So let's check that out. First squat variation we're going to look at is going to be a split squat. So let's check that out head on. The thing that we want to see head on is that the knee stays in a good position. So we don't want the knee to cave in or dive out. So we'll take a big step forward, go down into the split squat, come back out of it. Whole time, knees should stay in a good position, no caving in or diving out. Let's look at that from the side. So again, I'll take a big step, go down into the split squat, come back out. You don't need to go knee to the floor, just go as far as you feel comfortable. But the important thing is there should be pretty even load distribution through your front foot and your back foot. So as we come down, we stay right in the middle, basically 90-degree angle in the knee at the bottom, come back up. So what we don't want to do is translate too far forward or too far backwards. So we don't want to put all of our load into the front foot and start to go this way. We don't want to sit way backwards into the back foot. Like I said, we just want to stay evenly distributed right in the middle, squat down, come back up. Something that might be helpful if you need a little bit of help with balance, you could hold on to the inside of a doorway. So pretend this is a doorway, same idea. So this can give you a little bit of balancing support. Now we can come down, come back up, come down, come back up. So that is our split squat. The next squat variation we're going to look at is a box squat. This is an amazing exercise for a lot of different reasons, but one of them, it's a great way to practice really good squat form with some safety at the bottom. And two, it's a great exercise to make big strength gains in the hips and legs. So all you need is a box that you can basically sit down on. Pick a box that's the right height for you. So for me, this box is at 14 inches, which is basically perfect. That's like a full depth squat for me with that safety at the bottom. If you need something taller, like I said, find what fits you, and you can start high and then progressively start to work yourself into lower positions, but find a good starting position for yourself. So with the box, we'll get feet about shoulder width apart. And then as we start to descend into the squat, the glutes should go back and your shins should stay basically vertical. So as I come down into the squat, hips go back, shins stay vertical, and we're about a 90-degree angle here in the knees. So then you'll feel a big stretch in the glutes and hamstrings. You kind of sit forward, use those muscles to come back out of it. Throughout the movement, you want to keep good position in your spine. So if you go to sit down, we don't want to sit down and round the spine forward. We don't want to stay in this crazy hyperextended position, just a good neutral spine throughout the movement. So like I said, we want to sit backwards a little bit. That's good squatting form, good technique. What we don't want to do is basically sit straight down. Like I said, the hips need to move backwards a little bit. So if I just sit straight down like this and my knees go way out over my toes, I'm just in this really awkward position. It's not really great squatting form. So again, feet shoulder width apart. As we descend into the bottom position of the squat, hips should go back, shins should stay vertical, and then we shoot back out of the bottom position. That's our box squat. The next squat variation we're going to look at is called a Spanish squat. You will need some equipment to get this set up, but it's well worth it. This is an amazing exercise specifically for people with knee pain during squatting. It does a great job of offloading the knee, allowing you to get into a much deeper squat and really work the glutes hard. So what you'll need is just a heavy resistance band. Usually works well to secure it to a squat rack like this. You want it at a height to where the resistance band will hit you just below the crease on the backside of your knee. So to get set up, we'll get in kind of a regular squat position. Like I said, we'll pull this resistance band down to where it's hitting me right below the crease on the backside of the knee. Then from there, we'll go feet shoulder width apart, and you'll start to squat. You'll feel that you could get way deeper into the squat, really feel it in the glutes, and then come up out of the bottom position. The band is basically keeping your knees secured. It's keeping my shins in a vertical position, and I can sit back, get into a really deep squat, and then use the glutes to come back out of it. That is our Spanish squat. The next squat variation we're gonna look at is a Bulgarian split squat or a rear foot elevated split squat. And this is an amazing exercise for improving single limb strength. All you need is a box or something to elevate your rear foot on, and then it's gonna look very similar to the split squat. So let's check that out. If we're looking at it from the side, we'll go here. It may help to have something to balance on a little bit because you're gonna be floating on one limb for a second. But you'll get your rear foot elevated, and then we're just gonna get the front foot out far enough that when we get into the bottom position, again, we wanna see about a 90-degree angle here in the knee. So we'll be here, we'll come out of the bottom position. As you're descending into the bottom position, you're gonna sit back a little bit. You'll notice that my glutes or my hips go back towards the box, then I shoot out of the bottom position. What we don't wanna do is start to translate too far forward. Now my knee's way out in front of my toes, just kind of an awkward position to be in. So again, we'll sit back towards the back foot a little bit, and then we'll use the glute and hamstring to come out of the bottom position. If you need a little bit of balance assistance, you could just grab on to a rod and use this in one of your hands to give you a little bit of help with balance. So you may go here, get your foot established on the box, sit back towards it, and then just use this cane for a little bit of balance support. So that is our Bulgarian split squat.